Today we are going to discuss about the production possibility curve PPC. Okay, so first you see what is the PPC. PPC is a curve showing different combinations of two goods. Different combinations of two goods which can be produced with the availability of resources. Availability of resources on the assumption of resources are given resources are fully utilized and technology remains constant. So it means PPC explains the combination of two goods that can be produced with given resources and technology where resources are fully utilized. Okay, so I have already prepared a table. For example, see, these are the possibilities. Possibilities means what? With the limited resource, suppose if you want to produce wheat and cloth, then if you choose A, then 100 wheat and 0 cloths you can produce. In combination B, you can produce 90 wheat and 1 cloth. So like this, in D, 40 wheat, then 3 cloths. So these are the possibilities. But at the same time, you cannot produce everything. So you have to choose one only, either A or B or C or D or E. Clear? So you have to choose only one you can do. And what is the meaning? Resources are fully utilized. It means when you fully utilize this resource, then you can produce this amount. Clear? It means in combination A, 100, then cloths 0. In combination B, if you produce 90 wheat, then you will produce 1 cloth. Clear? So like this, these are your production possibilities. Clear? So when these possibilities, these values you will show in this graph paper, then you will get a curve which is called the PPC, which is called the production possibility curve. So in here, I have not written these numbers, but I have written that OX denotes cloth. So in here you can write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In here with you can write the 40 like this. Okay, so when you will put this value in the graph paper, and if you join this point, then you will get the curve, and this curve is the PPC. You can practice. Okay, so these numbers you just put in a graph paper, then you combine this, then you will get a curve and see that this curve is like this or not. Clear? So now you see what is PPC. It means it shows the combination of two goods that can be produced by a producer with given resources and given technology, and we have assumed that resources are fully utilized. So for example, we prepared this table, and if you put this value in the diagram, I think you know how to put this value. So in here OX represents the cloth. So in here you will write like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 is the last. Then 4, 3, 2. Okay, so you in graph paper you do like this. Then here also you put the value. So if you combine, then you will get a curve. But no need to use the scale, huh? So by hand only, you just join the point, then you will get a curve. This curve is called the PPC. Clear? Now you see the shifting and rotation of PPC. It's very important to understand. Number one is change in resources. If resources are changed, then what will happen? So for example, see, suppose this one is the original PPC curve. Okay. A, B, for example. So now change in resources. If resources are increased, then they can produce more. So definitely PPC curve will shift to the right side. Is it? Change in resources. So when resources are increased, then PPC will shift to the right. It means more production. When resources are reduced, then production will same reduced, so it means PPC will shift to the left. Is it? So change in resources, increase in resources means rightward shift of the PPC. and a decrease in resources means what? Reduce in the production, it means PPC will shift to the left side. See this one and this one. Okay, change in resources, it means it will determine by the increase or decrease of resources. Increase of resources means rightward shift, and decrease or reduce the resources means left side shift. Then change in technology. Okay, so change in technology also determine this PPC curve. Now suppose this one is the original PPC curve. Okay, so now if efficient technology, okay, so it impact only X product. Suppose in here we have assumed this one is the X good and this one is the Y good. For example, wheat is the Y good and cloth is the X good. So if change efficient technology effect on good X, then what will happen? Then good X production will increase. Simple. So when this efficient technology, change in technology, so when we use this efficient technology only for the production of X, then production X will increase, but Y will remain constant. So this one is the constant and this one we have shown that it will shift to the right. Again, change in technology. If efficient technology we use only for the production of Y, then what will happen? Production of Y will increase and X will remain constant. Very simple. Change in technology. So when we use efficient technology only for the production of Y, then Y production will increase and X production will remain constant. Again, if we use this efficient technology for both the production, it means for X and the Y, then what will happen? Both the production will increase. Is it clear? So again, if you see that suppose this one is the original PPC curve. So if you use efficient technology for good X and reduce for Y, then what will happen? Y production will decrease and X production will increase. It means two PPC curve intersect. In here, Y production decreases, X production increases. Very simple. Okay. So shifting and rotation of PPC means what? Change in resources. Increase in resources. Resources are increased, so PPC will shift to the right. Resources are reduced, so PPC will shift to the left. Change in technology. If efficient technology we use only for the production of X, then X production will increase and Y production will remain constant. If we use efficient technology only for the Y production, then Y output will increase and X decrease. If we use efficient technology for both the production X and Y, then both production will increase. But if we use efficient technology for one production and reduce for another one, then see this one, Y production will decrease, X will increase. Okay, now you see the properties of PPC. Slopes downward. See, it slopes downward. Why it slopes downward? Because when you fully utilize these resources and after that, if you want to increase the production of one product, then you have to give up the production of another product. In here, you want to increase the production of clothes, and that's why you have sacrificed the production of wheat. So that's why it slopes downward. Clear? Then the concave to the origin. So it means this curve is concave to the origin. Why concave to the origin? So now you see why it's concave to the origin. So when you want to increase the production of cloths, it's increased by just 1. It's increased by 1. But if you see, this is decreased by in here, see 10, in here 20, in here 30, in here 40. So it means you have to sacrifice more than to gain. So in here, what is the gain? 1 only. Suppose before it was 1, now 2. Production increased by 1. In here, production was 90, now 20. So you sacrificed the 20. It means this sacrifice is more than gain part. You understood? Your sacrifice portion is more than your gain part. That's why it's concave to the origin. It means you are sacrificing more to gain less. Clear? So clearly you have seen that in case of increase in cloth production, you have seen that it increased by 1, 1, 1. But in here you have seen that increased by 10, 20, 30, 40. So it means you are sacrificing more and more to gain just 1, 1. So that's why it's concave to the origin. Okay? Quickly you see PPC. This is the combination of two goods which can be produced with the availability of resources and on the basis of three assumptions. Number one, resources are given, fully utilized, and technology remains constant. Then there are four possibilities. If you want to produce, then you can produce 100, then here 0. If you want to produce B, then 90 here, then here cloths 1. So like this. But at the same time, you cannot everything, so you have to choose one. It's up to you. When you will represent these data in this diagram, then you will get a curve, and when you will join these points, then you will get a curve. That curve is called the PPC, production possibility curve. Shifting or rotation of PPC, change in resources. Already we discussed that resources increases, PPC will shift to the right. Resources are decreased, then it will shift to the left. Change in technology. So if technology, efficient technology we use for the both the production, that both the production will increase. Then PPC will shift to the right. But if you use efficient technology for X production, then X production will increase, Y will remain constant. Okay. Then properties of PPC, slopes downward. Why? Because if you want to increase the production of cloths, then you have to sacrifice the production of wheat. Concave to the origin, because of law of increasing marginal opportunity cost. Law of increasing marginal opportunity cost. It means to get very less amount, you have to sacrifice more. Okay, so I have shown that in here your gain part is just 1, 1, 1. It was 0, now 1. It means change by 1. It was 1, now 2. Change by 1. But in here, see the change amount 10, 20, 30, 40. So it means your sacrifice is more than gain. So that's why it's concave to the origin. Okay. So I hope you understood this lesson. But if you have any confusion, let me know in the comment section below and I will talk to you there.